Oh, how's it going, Gon here? You caught me playing Mario Kart World on the Nintendo Switch too. I just love every new addition to the series. Free roam, the charge jump, and all these new and returning characters. But they still missed out on Queen Bee. Here's why Mario Kart 7 is the most underrated Mario Kart game. Yup, I said it. From all 9 mainline games in the Mario Kart series, I think Mario Kart 7, the 3DS game, is the most overlooked entry. Okay, I kind of lied, Super Circuit is the most overlooked Mario Kart, but that game is so different and so doing its own thing, that I've decided not to count it. But yeah, from the modern Mario Karts, yep, this one. This is the one that doesn't get as much attention as the other games. And I don't get that. Sure, I like the other games, each one has its own quirk, but Mario Kart 7, even though it introduced a bunch of new stuff to the franchise, it lives on the shadow of Mario Kart 8 and is neglected by most fans. And I don't get that. If you haven't noticed yet, I'm a Mario Kart 7 enjoyer and this game is very special to me, and I hope this Yap Sesh does justice for this 3DS classic. Alright, get this. It's March 2010 and Nintendo has just announced the Nintendo 3DS. Basically a more powerful DS with glasses-free 3D graphics. Sweet! But behind the scenes, things were a bit chaotic, especially during the development of a new game, the sequel to Mario Kart Wii and the spiritual successor to Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart for the Nintendo 3DS. Let's just call it that for now. Nintendo EAD began development in the beginning of 2010, but since the team was already busy with Nintendogs Plus Cats, Super Mario 3D Land and The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, Jesus, these guys can catch a break, the project faced some issues. It was only near the project's end that Nintendo assigned Retro Studios to finish the game before the holidays. Damn! The team behind Metroid Prime made Mario Kart 7? I'm telling you guys, don't sleep on this game. Fortunately, the game met the deadline and Mario Kart 7 released in December 2011 worldwide. I usually take a look at the cutting room floor and what didn't make it into the final game, but surprisingly enough, Mario Kart 7 doesn't have any notable cut content, no cut characters, courses, nothing. The team already knew what they wanted before development. Well, we have this logo, I guess. Doesn't beat Mario Kart Super Circuits. Mario Kart 7 continues the trend of white background with Mario PNG in the front from the previous games. But this time, get this, we have a road and green. Green! Never seen a more bland yet filled box art for Mario Kart. It's Mario driving a kart, no goofy expressions, no badassery and no emotes. This is just Mario Kart. And that may give a bad first impression to people, but this is no regular Mario Kart. Oh no, Luigi flies in this one, and so can you. Because Mario Kart 7 introduces 4 new gimmicks, a record for the series. Well, excluding Super Mario Kart, but that game is a big old gimmick in itself. But yep, gliding was first introduced in Mario Kart 7 and it's a pretty good addition to the series. It's the only MK7 gimmick that Nintendo deemed worth it to not cut from Mario Kart World. So there's that. Every time you come across this blue ramp, your glider is activated and it's absolutely amazing. Until you get hit by something. Then it's not that good, is it? But gliding in Mario Kart isn't just that. It's something deep, something a regular Joe just couldn't understand. But in all seriousness, gliding takes some skill to get good at. If you're just moving left to right, man, you're just doing the bare minimum. So here's Gon's lesson on gliding. Always move your glider up and down to gain altitude and momentum, but that also depends on the track and what glider you're using. What do you mean glider you're using? Mario Kart 7 introduces customizable vehicles for the first time. Now you can finally combine your kart, your tires, and your glider of choice. This feature opens the door for so many different combos, making each kart unique to each person. My personal combo is the B-Dasher, the Golden Tires, and the Swooper Glider. Yeah, sounds about right. The different kart parts are unlocked via the coins returning from Super Circuit on the GBA. Who asked for this? Why the coins? Why? And you have to grind your ass off to get all the kart parts, cause these can go up to 20,000 coins. What a lame way to unlock stuff. Shame on you, Nintendo. Shame on you. Whoa, is that a dolphin? Another great addition that shakes completely up the gameplay is underwater racing. Some select courses that we'll take a look in detail real soon feature sections completely underwater, and that's something World got rid of. But here in Mario Kart 7, it feels pretty good. The gameplay gets a little slower underwater. Maybe it's because of the gravity, but it's fine nonetheless. I wasn't dying to get this feature, but I appreciate the addition. Now then, what's the fourth new gimmick to MK7? I don't know. Maybe we'll need to keep playing the game and find out. I'll just rip the band-aid off. It's first-person mode. Look at that. Sick, right? Yeah, I get sick playing like this. I'm doing all this talk about the gameplay and the new features, but I still haven't opened the game. Mario Kart 7 greets us with the basic title screen and 3 modes: single player, local multiplayer, and online. One of them doesn't work anymore and the other one requires someone else, so yeah, we are left with no choice.
Are you sure about that?
Oh, you're that guy I can't pronounce the name correctly.
In the flesh.
You're Rockaku, my favorite jockey.
It's Rawk, and I'm not a jockey, I'm a robber. I'm here for your copy of Mario Kart 7, so come on, give it here. Now.
Another one?
No, these are replacements for that copy. You know, 'cause I'm a collector.
Well, you son of a bitch. Prepare to feel the wrath of a weird character roster. Mario Kart 7 presents us with the most bizarre roster I've ever seen in these games. 16 characters. We have the usual suspects, Mario, Luigi, DK and such. But then we have some newcomers. Wiggler makes his debut. Happy for the 2 Wiggler fans in the world. Lakitu has been an icon of the Mario Kart series since Super Mario Kart, so this inclusion was 100% justified. And of course, everyone knows this one. Queen Bee is one of the new characters added to Mario Kart 7. Woo, woo. Maybe someone like Rawk cares about this edition, but besides him, who in their right mind asked for Queen Bee from Mario Galaxy? And I hate the fact that they replaced characters like Diddy Kong and even Waluigi for these new characters. You know, I may love this game, but this roster is putrid. P.U.
Goncalus, I challenge you to a Mario Kart 7 duel. The loser has to give up eating soup for eternity.
Oh man. Okay. Like its predecessors, this game has 8 cups, 4 new and 4 retro, housing 4 tracks each. So let's do an overview of every single Mario Kart 7 track. The Mushroom Cup starts off with Toad's Circuit. 7 games in, and Toad finally got a circuit track of his own. It's a pretty basic track, visually looks fine, the highlight is definitely the Toad balloon, but overall, it's a course that doesn't get that much love. But let's think for a second. It makes sense. It's the first track of the game, a tutorial track to get to know the controls and the gliding mechanic. Daisy Hills is a relaxing second track, with numerous obstacles to trick off of and a grandiose gliding section near the end. It's a neat course, but, you know, it has nothing to do with Daisy. So why the name? God, I love this jingle, it's freaking awesome! Cheep Cheep Lagoon is a pretty mediocre track. I might even say it's a bad course. It's the first track featuring the water mechanic in full display. Okay, sure, water level, great. But why is the track so empty? Aside from clamshells to trick off of, there's nothing here. It's not an interesting track and a slog to get through. Alright, Shy Guy Bazaar. Finally a good f***ing track, baby! Shy Guy Bazaar is like lead. It may harm you, but you can't stop loving it. It's a neat course, lots of turns, different paths, and yep, lots of Shy Guys. Let's just get this over with.
Lead!
Where? Damn it! The Flower Cup is upon us and oh, this is where it becomes interesting. Woohoo Loop is not a Mario-themed course, but a Wii Sports Resort-themed one. I think this is the first time something like this happens, and fortunately, it's not the only Wii Sports track in Mario Kart 7. This track is absolutely amazing, with lots of turns, shortcuts, and the best. It's only one lap. Woohoo Loop was the first track where it's just one big lap with 3 checkpoints throughout, something we would see in future games. Mario Circuit from the 3DS. Do I like it? It's a beautiful track, don't get me wrong. Cherry Blossom trees are a cute touch, but I think the whole Peach's Castle segment is pretty disappointing, and I can't be alone in this. A drivable Peach's Castle is something people have been waiting since Mario Kart 64, and 15 years later, we got the curve and the ramp. What? Fun course nonetheless. Yes! Music Park is a top 3 track in Mario Kart 7. Where do I start with this one? One of the most creative tracks in the series. Taking the idea of music and musical instruments and turning them into a Mario Kart course is absolutely genius. But not only that, I like that every instrument you bump into and every piano tile you play influence the level's theme song. It's a relatively basic track with a bit of challenge, but if you time your jumps correctly, you'll make it to first place pretty easily. I didn't, but there's the tip. Rawk Mountain is a Mario 64 level. Just kidding, it's from Mario Kart 7, but I don't know why the track's name is worded like a Mario 64 level. This one is pretty fun actually. It starts off in a cave, but then it takes you off to the sky. It was a bit difficult dodging the huge rocks and the opponent's fireballs, but I did it. Oh yeah, the fire flower item was introduced in this game and it works by spamming fireballs until it runs out. It's a bit of an upgrade to the double dash one, but good luck hitting people with this one. It's not easy. The Star Cup is the third cup and yep, it feels like a third cup alright.
Okay, what's that supposed to mean?
Absolutely nothing. The cup starts off with Piranha Plant Slide and, you know, isn't it a bit odd that until now we never got a pipe-themed track in Mario Kart? Those elements have been present since day 1 and only on the 7th Mario Kart we got one. Piranha Plant Slide is what happens when you turn the underground levels from Super Mario Bros. Into a track. We have pipes, Goombas, Piranha Plants, Blue Gradient, it's all here in its glory. I like it, although there's a particular section that I'm not a fan of and that is the final underwater section. It feels too cluttered and that turn is absolutely terrible. Maybe it's because I played Mario Kart 8 before this one and that version is so much better. Wario Shipyard is... Mario Kart track. Imagine Daisy Cruiser from Double Dash but wrecked and underwater. Here we go with the naming again. If this is a Wario themed track, where's the 67 million PNGs of Wario's face plastered onto the walls? Hey, if you know, you know. I think it's a fine track, but for some reason this one has a lot of fans. 90% of people I see online when they talk about Mario Kart 7 courses, they always mention Shy Guy Bazaar or Wario Shipyard. Am I not seeing the full picture? There's definitely better tracks in this game, but okay. Neo Bowser City is awesome. The layout is neat, the futuristic aesthetic is on point and overall it's a pretty fun track. My only nitpick is that it has absolutely nothing to do with Bowser, except the logo, nor anything Mario related. Have we seen a level or a location similar to this one on any Mario game? I've never played Mario is Missing, so maybe there is. But yeah, pretty darn good track and the Tone's Turnpike theme remix is pretty nice. Remember when Nintendo brought back the Tanuki leaf from Mario 3 for the initial batch of Mario games on the 3DS? Well, it's here in Mario Kart 7 as an item. You press the action button and there you go, it spins. Cool. It's great against nearby enemies and red shells, but it won't save you from the blue shell. The final track of the Star Cup is Maka Woohoo, another Wii Sports Resort track, and this one is by far the best of the two. A great tour through the mountain and finishing off with a grandiose jump in the end. Maka Woohoo is pretty damn awesome and a deserving end to the penultimate cup in the game.
Okay, so let me get this straight. There's 4 cups, and you already won 2 of them. So what's the point in doing the 4th one?
And let's throw you an extra point. Budget's already running low, but who cares? Rawk, I challenge you to a final race.
I'm so confused right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Peak. Ever since the beginning, the Special Cup has been the pinnacle of every Mario Kart, the biggest and wildest cup, and that title keeps up in Mario Kart 7. The Special Cup starts off with DK Jungle, another Donkey Kong theme track. I think DK Jungle is the first DK track based off of an actual Donkey Kong game, with it taking inspiration from Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii. This is a DK track done right. DK Jungle is straight up a DK Sea level with karts. It's pretty cool. And it's no surprise that the GOATs on Retro Studios were responsible for the creation of this course, since they made Country Returns. Rosalina's Ice World. It's alright. For the Rosalina course, a snow track wasn't the wisest decision. Visually and aesthetically speaking, this is one of Mario Kart 7's best, but as a track, I don't see the appeal, and I apologize. I want to like Rosalina's Ice World, I really do, but I can't. Next up, we have the classic, you already know, 3DS's Bowser Castle. How does that work? This one is awesome, with the underwater section and the final jump in the end is just perfect. A fast-paced and fun version of Bowser's Castle. It's not as epic as Wii's, I'll give you that, but even without a giant Bowser statue, this one is pretty memorable. Alright, this is it. The best Rainbow Road of them all. The moment the race starts, the music just blasts into your ears with the best rendition of Rainbow Road's theme. Then you just go off. We drive through the rainbow, Saturn's rings, and even the moon. Even if Mario Kart World's Rainbow Road surpasses one in terms of spectacle, this Rainbow Road still remains the best. And you know why? Cause it's on the 3DS. No, it's because it plays like a final track. World may be the prettiest, but it's not much of a challenge. When you get down to it, this track is not that difficult. There's harder courses in this game. But Mario Kart 7 is not that. Sure, compared to previous Rainbow Roads, this one is not that hard, but compared to this game's tracks, it's definitely a bit of a challenge, yes. I love 3DS's Rainbow Road, and it's quite possibly my all-time favorite Mario Kart course, but currently, I'm in last place. I don't know how it happened. Oh, what's this? The Lucky 7, Mario Kart 7's best item, a culmination of everything that's neat. You basically just have every B tier item in one go. And with the power of 7 from the Mario Kart 7 logo, I won the race and the special cup. Rawk, thank you for this fine race.
Have you forgotten why I came here in the first place? Go Mini Rawk!
What a cool dude. What? I still got the game. He only took Devilish Brain Training, no biggie.
No!
I can still play some Mario Kart 7. Hell yeah. We're only halfway through. Like I said before, this game has retro cups like Mario Kart Wii and DS. Rawk just happened to forget about them. The Shell Cup starts off with N64's Luigi Raceway, a pretty faithful recreation of the original. It's the exact same, but I get why they brought this one back. GBA Bowser Castle 1. Now this is a good choice. It's a simple track, but seeing remakes of Super Circuit tracks is always a great feeling, with a few exceptions. Mushroom Gorge is always a welcome addition to any Mario Kart. Just a fun simple track with lots and lots of jumps. And we end this one off with DS's Luigi's Mansion. A classic, and this one adds a ramp. Yup, a ramp. Another N64 course to kickstart the Banana Cup. Koopa Beach is a nostalgic track, and it's a perfect fit for underwater racing. Mario Circuit 2 from the SNES is strange. Nintendo brings back the third one all the time, and seeing the second one back in 3D is cool? I like the new ramp near the finish line. That one is great. Coconut Mall. It's only been one game and this one is already back. Nintendo knew they cooked with Coconut Mall on the Wii, so it's Coconut Mall again, but emptier? I actually never noticed the difference the track makes without the audience. Regardless, it's a fan favorite and a great track. And it's crazy that Nintendo didn't stop there, cause our next and final course of the Banana Cup is the one and only Waluigi Pinball. Okay Nintendo, you didn't need to go so hard in this one. Waluigi Pinball is back, and gameplay wise, it's the same. The Leaf Cup starts off with not again. Calamari Desert. Do you like Calamari Desert? Well, I sure don't. It's the same thing as last time. Avoid the train and finish the track. Great. DK Pass is cool to see return. It's not DK Summit by all means, but a small little course. I named my cat after it. Daisy Cruiser. Yep. It was a matter of time till this one returned. It's by far one of the most creative tracks in the franchise, and the return was inevitable. Though that new water segment was a bit unnecessary. And we finish this one off with Maple Treeway, another fan favorite. It's cool to see it back, but I know I'm not alone in this. The new gliding section at the finish line is pretty damn boring. The net from the Wii was a pretty fun section full of trick possibilities, and this just removes it. But at the end of the day, it's still Maple Treeway, the same good old track we all love. The Lightning Cup is the actual final cup of Mario Kart 7, and what a way to go off. First off, Koopa Cape. Koopa Cape is a classic, and seeing it back as soon as Mario Kart 7 is pretty good. But we gotta admit, The underwater tube section was completely ruined here. The shrinking lasers were better and I don't like getting wet. Dino Dino Jungle from Double Dash is also back and yep, this one remains exactly the same. Airship Fortress. Yeah, if you wanted another DS course, it would have to be this one. Same as last time, but looks a million times better since it's on the 3DS. And the last track of Mario Kart 7 is... yeah... 20 years later and we finally got the proper remake of a Rainbow Road. I have nothing against SNES Rainbow Road, but there's 5 better alternatives to this one. It's the track we all know and fell through, but wider, 3D, and overall, way better. It's a simpler Rainbow Road and for the first one, I gotta respect it. Even though it killed my... pencil. So, is Mario Kart 7 the most underrated Mario Kart? It absolutely is. Sure, these last 20 minutes were filled with a nitwit complaining about it. What can I say? Coins aren't for everyone. Mario Kart 7 may have made some questionable exclusions and odd new additions, but if you shift your attention to the new gameplay features and the course selection, you'll find a pretty enjoyable game. And dude, Mario Kart 7 has the best course selection of any game in the series. The new tracks are just elite and pretty creative, and Nintendo was onto something when they chose the returning courses. I think they brought back the best courses that could help showcase the new underwater and gliding mechanics, while also bringing back some fan favorites. I never grew up with Mario Kart 7, I didn't get my 2DS XL till 2018, and by that time, I had already played 8 Deluxe. And when I finally got to play Mario Kart 7 for the first time in 2022, my first thought was, this is 8 Deluxe again, but without Ludwig. But it's something more than that. My favorite courses and mechanics from Mario Kart 8 all came from 7, and that makes me appreciate it way more. I'm not saying Mario Kart 7 is perfect, which absolutely isn't. No Mario Kart is perfect. Get out! But this one is easily a top 4 in my books, and if people could just take off the nostalgia goggles from Mario Kart DS, no hate to DS, I love that game. You find a game that wasn't afraid to innovate and gave us Wiggler in a cart. The most underrated Mario Kart, everybody.